Hello and welcome to the overview of the NESAY Gemba 360 Legal Compliance Dashboard. My name is Nihal Samara. I'm the General Counsel and Legal Director of the law firm Kaizen Synergy, and I'd like to welcome you to this presentation today. All staff at NESAY have their own username and login to the Gemba 360 dashboard, and you can access it via this blue button here and by going to Gemba 360. Once you do that, you will see this dashboard here. Today, we're just going to focus specifically on the legal updates and also the legal compliance register itself. So the legal updates are based on, and the legal register is based on what we call the NESAY organization profile. And that is this button here. The organization profile actually brings up specifically a key number of fields. These include the company details, the trading names, company registration details, taxation status, accreditation, and sector and services. This section here sets the profile for the relevant legal compliance updates and laws that apply to NESAY. So when we go into this, for example, let's have a look at company details. We can see the company information, the company number, ABN, where it's based, what the street address is, and who the contact officer for this agency is. Equally, we have also the company details, the trading name, company registration information, taxation status, and if we go into there, for example, this includes the relevant taxation requirements and details of NESAY. What all of this information brings together is the relevant legislation that applies to NESAY. And this is managed by the CEO and the corporate services officer, who are the Gemba admins of NESAY. And when this information is updated, they will get an updated legislative list of all of the different legislation that applies to NESAY. And this can actually be viewed in the Quality Journal section under NESAY Legal Compliance. And you can see that button right here. And that gives you a downloadable Excel spreadsheet to view. The legal updates occur whenever there's a parliamentary change, and at Gemba 360 we do these as rolling legal update changes, and these can be set by clicking on the legislative update section. And what this gives you is the option to specify which updates and who should get them. So for example, all legislative updates would go to the CEO and the coordinator of corporate office. If we wanted to have a look at knowledge, physical resources, governance, HR, finance, etc., all of these can be set directly from NESAY's end. And you can see here who is assigned to get those different legal updates. Now, those legal updates actually appear on the notice board, and you can see some of them listed here. And when I click on that, what that gives me and what that shows me is this page here. And I can actually see who's read it and when, but also it gives me the actual legal update that has actually been circulated out to NESAY. And this is an example of one of our legal updates. So with this evidence, this was about police checks and how it related to staff, volunteers, board members, and contractors. It was a fairly significant change at the time as well too. So as part of that, we had made a series of recommendations and pulled the legislation apart and giving specific requirements on what general recommendations should have been taken and also what system actions recommendations we recommend as well. And then as part of our legal updates that we send across to NESAY, this also includes the background and also what to do if there is a failure not to take this on board, but also where, and importantly, where it overlaps with other legal compliance obligations, not just this particular update. So in this case, we actually had a look at the document management guidelines and also the Crimes Document Destruction Act requirements and Evidence Act requirements, because this legal update actually impacted on that parcel of legislation as well too, and also comparison of what's going on around the country. So this gave you an idea of the types of legal updates that Gemba 360 provides through our law firm Kaizen Synergy. Now, over the last 12 months, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, what we have seen is a response by parliaments to actually focus on public health and well-being legislation. And part of that, we have been having to deliver rolling updates through online webinars and also notifications via various newsletters directly, because of the significant number and variation of rules and regulations that occurred specifically around COVID-19. In application of this for NESAY, where we can see these is around the COVID-19 self-assessment register. And what this meant was that staff actually had to do various assessments, and you can actually view these directly in the COVID-19 self-assessment register as part of the application itself. With that, we hope you enjoyed the tour of the legal compliance dashboard. You will be able to view the list of legislation. This is just a sample of the downloadable Excel file that is available on the NESAY Quality Journal space, and you can view that and download that as well. All the other legal updates can be viewed under the notice register and also via the Gemba 360 College e-learning, which covers our rolling legal updates over the past 12-month period. If you do have any questions that you might have, by all means, please contact Leah Waring, the CEO of NESAY, or alternatively, you can reach back out to us and contact us on 1300 360 360. We thank you for your time and hope that you enjoyed this presentation. Bye for now.